One, two, three, check. What's up, guys? Hello, Facebook. Let me say hello to Instagram because I'm going live. I'm doing double duty again. What's up, guys? Hello, hello. It's Gisela here coming at you from my little home office. Let me know if you could hear me. Let me know what's going on. Alright, good. Well, this is pointed the wrong way. Hola, hola, mis amores. ¿Cómo están? And if you don't know Spanish, it means ¿Cómo están, mis amores? How are you? So, I'm so happy to be here again because, hello, it is my day 3 of going live with you guys, both on Facebook and Instagram. So, thank you for joining me. If you're watching live, say hello. If you are watching the replay, hit me up with some comments, some questions, some feedback, because you know what? It's hard to talk to yourself on here sometimes. Anyway, guys, so I've been going live because I've been wanting to share pieces of my story, but most of all, lessons and motivations with what it means to start building a business, start living your most authentic life, and healing. You know, today I want to talk to you about a very predominant concept that I see with my clients, and something that I said when I started my journey, which is I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And metaphorically, when I said that, I meant like literally, I thought my life was just doom and gloom, and I was really in a depressed, kind of shitty place in my life where I had no money, I was a new mother, I was not making ends meet other than with my partner. Thank God at the time that he was maintaining our family. But part of what I want to talk to you today is about this metaphor of not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So many times I see clients that have had that moment of not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and it shows up with thinking that, you know, things are never going to get better, or things are never going to work out in our favor, or that we don't really believe that we can exist in a new way, right? And this usually happens because we've only seen one way of existing or being in this world. Hey guys, hey, thanks for joining. We've only seen one way of existing in the world. We don't know how to exist in a new reality. When I started my healing journey, my entrepreneurial journey, I never knew I could make money online. I never knew I could work from home. I never knew I could create my own business that didn't require me to go to the bank and ask for a loan, and that I could build something out of my own inner skill sets, my own magic, my own way of being, right? And it took a really long time for me to be like, wow, there's a different way of existing. I went to school. Hey guys, I went to school for political science. Like, what am I doing? I should be in politics. I should be becoming a lawyer, which was something that I thought was like the thing, right? Just saying hi to people on Instagram. What's up? And it took a lot of believing and having someone hold a vision for me. At that time, when I was having my breakdown of not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, I have met my first coach, which led me to hold a vision for what it was possible for my life. I mean, I didn't know I could make money online, live in a different country, make Canadian or American dollars and live pesos. You know, like, I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know that I could move countries. I didn't know that I could not care to buy a house at the time. I didn't know that I didn't have to do what half the shit I thought I had to do, right? So what do I want to talk to you about today? Because I feel like my life is coming full circle in a way, okay? And what I mean by this is, I remember when I first started this journey of like awakening to how unsatisfied I was, the first thing that I envisioned was I wanted to run away from my life. I saw the door and I'm like, that is where I need to go, and I need to leave. I need to not be here anymore, okay? Of course, I got help, thankfully, from a coach. I started to work on myself, and that story could be very long, but I want to share with you one story today, and that is how my life came full circle and how I've learned to surrender to life. Because guys, life is gonna have obstacles. Life is gonna have its hard moments. Life is gonna get difficult, but you get to choose how difficult it gets and for what purpose. I think one thing that's become very clear to me is that once your purpose is clear and your alignment is clear, what becomes hard You understand it's hard, but it's not debilitating. You understand it's scary, but it's not going to break you, because you are working for that purpose that in your heart, in your soul, you know it's for you. You know? And that is what I want for you, what I envision for you, what I've envisioned for myself. And the funny thing, guys, is that I'm going to use this story because it's so perfect. I'm like, God, you just give me the answers. Like, the universe just gives me the answers sometimes, and it blows my own mind. Okay, so about a month ago, I went on a hike. Okay, and this hike was hard. It was through a mountain. I'm in Colombia. I'm going on a mountain. I'm hiking for the first time. I definitely was scared of falling. But you know what? I'm like, you know what? I'm a risk taker, so I'm going to do it. At the end, coming down from the hike, it was so hot. So through mountains, there's these tunnels, these water tunnels that take the water all the way into the cities, into the system, the places where they treat the water, and then from treating the water from the mountain that comes down the mountain, it gets treated and put it into the cities, like you get to drink your water, right? So there was this pot that he says, okay, this is about 400 meters in this tunnel. It's dark. We've done it before. You can go in this tunnel and let the current take you, and it'll help you walk halfway down the mountain. Like, obviously I was exhausted. I'm like, listen, if they're telling me I can get into this tunnel and I can float down, I'm interested. And he's like, we've done it before. It's safe. Don't worry. You're not going to die. I'm like, pinky promise? Pinky promise, because I do not want to die, okay? I am not down for dying. I have a daughter. I have shit I'm building my empire, okay? It's too soon for me to die. This is not the way I go. But I trusted him. He's done it before. He told me, listen, 400 meters down, the current's going to take you. So I saw people jumping in. A group of people jumped in, and I saw that current start to, like, they were holding on tight to the wall. They're like, this current is fast. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And I got in, and I'm like, oh shit, this current is fast. Like, I was holding on, right? I was like one of the last ones to get on. And I remember just holding on to the edge of the water, right? So there's this canal, that the tunnel, you see nothing, okay? It is dark. He just said, listen, the current's going to take you. Let it take you. At the end, you're going to see a little light, and you're going to see my hand there. This is what the guide said, the guide who we did the hike with. My hand's going to be there. I'm going to catch you. I'm like, oh shit. I know that some people already went first. Now, I didn't see them, but I hear them struggling. They're like, oh my God, this is so dark in here. We can't see anything. And I'm like, oh shit, but I was already in, right? The current started to take me, and I felt it. Like, I was like, okay, my nails are going to come off, so I'm going to let go. I started to let go. I kind of grabbed onto a couple of people, but I'm like, fuck it. I got to let go. And guys, it was nerve-wracking because it was down a mountain. The current, like, it wasn't like this, but it was like this, okay? And the current was taking me. And I just kept hearing people like, oh my God, it's taking me. I'm so scared. Da, da, da. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to freak out, but I'm not. And it's so funny because it came full circle. Like, guys, you know, as I started to let go, it's so funny, but I heard people banging up against the walls. And at one point, after I passed all the people, because I stopped trying to hold on. What is this? Sorry, I don't know if you could hear me on my Instagram. Yesterday, like the sound went off, so it might be doing the same thing, but I'm going to continue. So basically, I got to the last people where they were still holding on and no one had really let go yet. Like, even though they had gone deeper into the tunnel, they were still holding on for dear life, okay? And I said, listen, I'm already in here. I'm not going to struggle anymore. I let go, and the funniest thing happened. I was by myself. I started to float away, and I took my feet off the ground because I was trying to put my feet on the ground to hold myself from the current taking me so fast. But guys, I just lifted my feet from the ground. I just took my hands out of the walls, and I said, listen, I'm going to let go, and I'm going to let this current take me. Okay? And I could not see for at least 3 minutes, which felt like eternity at that time. I could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, there was no light at the end of the tunnel, and that's all I could think. I'm like, there is no light at the end of the tunnel. I do not know how I'm going to get through this, but you know what? I just remember in that moment, I lifted my feet, and guys, the moment I lifted my feet and I let go of the walls, I stopped feeling the current because I became part of the current. I became part of the current. I no longer felt it pushing me and shoving me and and taking me. I felt like I was the current. I was with the current. And this was such a big breakthrough for me when I was in this tunnel in a mountain, going 400 meters down a mountain with the current. I've become the current. And when I became the current, first of all, I stopped hearing people because they were so far behind me. I was the only one. I was the only one in that tunnel, okay, by that time, like that deep in the tunnel. And I just said, Gisela, you are not alone. You are protected. You are guided. And I just let myself go. And guys, that was the most pleasant ride down a hill I ever gotten. Ever. 2 minutes later, I started to see the light. And even though I started to see the light, I got excited. I'm like, okay, just let it take you. Just let it take you. Don't make a big deal. Just let it take you. You're almost there. And all of a sudden, I'm like, as I see the light, I said, hello. And the guide's hand comes down, my hiking guide. His hand comes down, and he's waiting for me, and he grabs me. And I'm like, oh my God, thank God you're here. He grabs me. I get out of this tunnel, which was dark for a very long time. And as I come out, I'm like, wow, that was so fun. And he's like, yeah, I'm so excited that you got here so fast. How did you do it? I thought people are taking forever. And literally, guys, this is what happened. As I come out, like about 3 minutes later, the next group of people come out, and they're in a bunch. They're in a group, right? I was the only one by myself because I just decided to let go. They come out, and they're scratched up, guys. Some people had blood on their forehead, on their hands. Their elbows were scratched up. Their knees were scratched up. And they were panicked. They were panicked the whole way down the hole because they couldn't see anything. And they refused to let go of the walls. They refused to let their feet fly off the floor, as I did. And what did that show me? Guys, as I saw people come up scraped up, it made me realize right there and then that, G, you have the power to decide how you go down this tunnel of life, how you go down this journey of life. So many of us want to hold on to the walls, put our feet down on the floor, and hold on and work against the current. We want to go against the current. But darling, I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you and remind you, the moment I lifted my feet off the ground, I no longer felt the current. The current and I became one. And that is what I feel. That was my act of surrender in that moment. That lifting my feet off the ground, letting go of the resistance, letting go of the need to control what was going to happen next, got me to my destination safely, unscathed, pleasurably, and with no repercussions. Yet the people that were behind me in that tunnel, that couldn't see anything, that were holding on for dear life, that were trying to feel where everything was at all times and hold on tight, came out with scratches, bleeding foreheads, elbows bleeding, knees bleeding. And I was like, oh my God. This is the thing, guys. You are all here to accomplish a mission. You are all on a journey. You are all here to live life. There's no choice. Even if you choose to sit in your couch every day and watch Netflix for the next 10 years, those 10 years are still going to pass. That is still your life being lived. Okay? And why I want to share this with you is because you get to choose how you go about this journey. You can choose to fight, to control, to work against yourself, to work against the current that is pushing you and leading you and trying to take you to your destination. And you can work against it. You can keep hitting that wall and hold on tight and be like, no, don't take me. The current doesn't take me. You can do that. But guys, the pleasure that it's been to learn to surrender. And guys, it was not a pleasure at first. At first, you're scared as shit. I was like, I don't know where I'm going. I might die. But if you do it enough, if you trust that you can surrender more and more in little instances, in little moments in your life. I learned to surrender in that moment, guys. And it was that moment that brought me so much understanding of, dude, I'm still going to build my business. I'm still going to live my best life if I choose to. And how I choose to do it is most important because it is not about the destination, guys. The most pleasurable part of going down that tunnel was surrendering to the flow of the water. It was surrendering to the flow of the water. When I surrendered to the flow of the water, when I literally surrendered, that was so pleasurable. I was floating. I was like, oh, this is fun. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just making sure I don't hit anything. Oh, sorry, I kicked something. I'm just making sure I don't hit anything. And then I was cruising. I was on cruise control. Okay? And that is what I want for you guys to understand is you can do life with the current or against it. Like, if you are truly following your intuition, if you're truly in alignment, if you're truly in flow with yourself, don't fight it. Don't fight it. No. Lift yourself, lift your feet off the ground and let the current take you, guys. Because you know what? I'd rather be the person that does the journey and shows up unscathed with very little bruises, because you know what? I chose to surrender and I let the force of my life, the way it was supposed to take me, the way I chose to let it take me forward. So if I can leave you with anything today, guys, if I can leave you with anything today, is that please, 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 please know that you do not have to struggle at every step of your growth. You do not have to struggle at every step of the way. That if you do feel like you're at the end of you see a tunnel and there's no light at the end of it, surrender to it. Surrender to the darkness, because the light will show up. And stop struggling to hold yourself into that darkness. The more you hold on, the more you put your feet strong on the ground and say, no, I'm going to stay here, the harder it's going to be for you to flow to the light at the end of your tunnel. There's so much light there, but you must go through the darkness, and you get to choose how you go through that darkness. You get to choose how you experience this journey, and I choose to go with the current. I choose to go with the flow of life. Anyway, guys, hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for making room for me in your day. And know that I take that very seriously. Sending you a big hug. Lots of love. Ciao, mis amores.